Check this out, guys. Check it out. Watching a documentary the Aka tribe in Laos, between tradition and modernity. Now they're interviewing the shaman here. He is like a chief, and he's also an unsaid shaman. And listen to what they narrate here. Very interesting, relative to the organic portal stuff. And demonic attachments and not having your own spirit, and the main thing, fear. Remember how I said fear turns off the reception of higher light? It is this higher light that is your soul light. Okay, that's the relevance. This inner higher numinous light is turned off by, fear. It brings you down into body and into pain body and so on and so forth. But listen what's said here. Basically, straight when I play this video, it's going to be the old shaman dude on the right, and to the left you're going to see some kid, some boy who got himself scared in the jungle, and it says something about he was afraid, he lost his soul in the jungle. And so he went to the shaman for help, because now the spirits can enter him more. Did you hear that?
A neighbor comes to fetch him. A child is sick with a high fever. The family says the boy was frightened in the forest, and his soul left him.
See?
Now the spirits are trying to lay claim to him. They want the shaman to prevent this.
Do you see that? He was frightened in the forest, the boy, and he's got a fever now. He was frightened in the forest and says he lost his soul, and now the spirits, are trying to enter him. Isn't this relevant to organic portal theme? Huh?
Instead of entering the child, the spirits will be lured into a doll made of paper. Gold, tobacco, and rice.
Okay, we don't need to listen to the rest, because that was the main part of it. And just wanted to relate that to the organic portal theme. Very interesting, because this is common knowledge for everyone in the ancient world, and they've said it here very specifically that, it ended up getting into the perfect English. He was frightened, he lost his soul, he was frightened in the forest, the boy, he lost his soul, he said. Right? He lost his what? Spirit force, right? His willpower. Every man right now knows what I'm talking about. And so this made it what? What did they say? Easy for the spirits to try and mess with him, enter him, and so on. So there you go, this is quite common knowledge for even the ancient sort of people. And, this is the sort of stuff we lose because no one teaches this in, Occidental culture or school or university or anything, So some simple things from the past we've lost. And this is very simple, because I'll reiterate it again. He was frightened in the forest. And you all can feel, if you're a soul listening right now, I know that you all can feel what that means, right? Because you've all been through that experience. You get frightened, you lose your will, and you're suddenly more receptive than, pushing out, right? Pushing your will force into the world. So suddenly you're much more receptive and vulnerable as well, because you're losing your own will force, right? And that's what this is all about, that soulless humans, so to speak, or organic portals, are spiritless, self-spiritless. They use other people's thoughts horizontally rather than being vertically spiritual in their own light column and their own, thus, light and will force. So pretty interesting, hey? I thought that was just a little quick adage to make you just simplistically understand this whole thing about, you know, will force, spirit, why organic portals are called spiritless humans and soulless humans. Hi, I'm back again. I just thought it might be, if I can get there, it might be a good idea to show you this, the healing part of this segment. So he holds the baby chick up to the boy. Watch. We'll talk about it in a second.
The soul of the baby chick is supposed to enter the child.
You hear that? The soul of the baby chick is supposed to enter the child. And look what he did. See where he put the chick? Well, he didn't put it on the feet. He put it right next to the ears. And when you look at that and, you know, how shamans are, we're all like, oh, nice song. I like the yellow, the blue part where you went to the green. And we see frequencies, right? I've talked about this before. This is common amongst shamans that you see like that. And what did he do? He put the chick there next to the boy's ears. And what was it doing? You know, a very pure chirp, chirp, chirp. The quote-unquote soul, or here's the epiphany, the frequency of that chick then was clearing that child's fear. Have you noticed how you feel in fear? It's like a static vibration instead of any type of coherent sound at all. So he just cleared the boy's field with a chick going chirp, 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 which is relative to you expressing your own frequency. You know, that was a frequency clearing the boy's fear. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to listen to the sound of that little bird and go, oh, that's nice. And it clears you, right? So that cleared the frequency of static, of fear off the boy. And you can see him, he's in a fever because his viscera is shut down. All his organs, his viscera is shut down, right? And then the shaman comes along. All he does is go, here, you dumbass. Chirp, 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 chirp. You know, but hey, sometimes we need a little help from outside forces, it appears, because we're lacking our own spirit to do it. Because he'd got frightened in the forest, right? So he was in a state of fear still. Oh, I better go see the shaman. And all the shaman really did was clear that the vibration. You see that? And then the boy's will force can begin to penetrate outward again, you know? So I hope you understand all this and that I put it together. You know, I've connected the frequency to soul expression, you know, static to fear vibration as a veil or coat. And look, it doesn't take too much to realize this for yourself in your own life. Next time you go into a fear reaction, remember this video and see what I'm saying for yourself. Whoa, just one more insight from this video here, which I found interesting. The Aka people believe that if a woman has twins, twin babies, that they outcast that woman from the tribe, kinda. I think they said they don't talk to them as much or something like that. My point is, though, that the Aka believe that when a woman has twins, more than one child, basically, they're saying, that an evil spirit is at work. Very interesting, no? Because this, it's kind of relative to the whole organic portal thing and the NPC tie-in, non-player character tie-in, which is very adjacent or parallel or very connected to the organic portal theme. And isn't that interesting? They think, you know, if they have more than one child, there's an evil spirit at work. And I thought, Oh, the shaman has picked up on this NPC theme, hasn't he? He's picked up on the whole idea of the NPC theme. Very interesting. Like, we say, you know, NPCs outnumber us, which is clearly the case. Right now, at the end of human cultural history, the Matrix seems to be pumping out just endless amounts of NPCs as a control mechanism for, you know, having more bodies, covering more area, surface area of the earth, and, you know, you can't miss the soul to harass them, you know, if you're a demon, right? You can jump from NPC to NPC, or organic portal to organic portal, and I just thought that was relative, because it's like the shaman has, you know, precognated that there's an NPC theme, something maybe along the lines of his thinking, you know, one being should only have the energy, or, you know, proper, I don't know, souling ability to, you know, give birth to one soul. And then if there's another baby, it's, you know, taking from that pool of energy of, you know, a certain amount of pool of energy of soul, and, you know, it can maybe take 10% and be pretty much an organic portal NPC, and you know, it's taking 10% from the first baby who was 100% soul, or just, this is a random, rough, arbitrary example sort of idea I'm giving, but you could see that that's that style of thinking, right? It's like they believe that one person or one woman should only have one baby. And I'm just thinking of why they might think that subconsciously, you know. They might just see, oh, well, one being has enough, you know, soul to pass along to another one being. So yeah, anyway, I thought that was interesting, that when they have more than one child, they're kind of outcast, and it's said that an evil spirit is at work. Demon, perhaps? You know? And so it ties into the NPC theme, and I thought that was a little bit of an adage to add to this video.